Hello, everyone. Let's talk Champions League and a round of 16 on the eve of the drawing that's going to take place at 3 a.m. my time, Pacific time, and we are going to separate the pretenders from the contenders. And I'm going to let you know exactly why I have every team lined up where I have them lined up. And right off the bat, I have Bayern. Then Munich is a pretender. The one It's gonna be kind of a shame that they don't get to play at home. Let's remember the Champions League final is going to be in Munich, and Bayern the Munich is not going to be one of them. They lost to Feyenoord 3-0. They lost to Leverkusen. They lost to Aston Villa. They got humiliated by Barcelona, and they barely beat Celtic, a team that we all thought it was going to be basically a walk in the park. Well, it wasn't, and this is one of the reasons why I have Bayern de Munich. The second team up I have as a pretender is going to be Benfica, ladies and gentlemen. Benfica, they have played well at this point. They should be proud, but let's face it, they have to play either Barcelona or Liverpool in the next round, and that tells you exactly everything you need to know about Benfica. All right, next team up, we have Club Brugge, who should be proud to be where they are right now, but still, it's not enough for them to get through the next round. They just beat Atalanta 2-1 on a big surprise, and this should be their trophy. They should be just happy to be here to where they are. They're gonna face either Lille or Aston Villa. I don't see them getting through the following round, so therefore, to me, they are pretenders. The next team that I have as a pretender, even though this kind of hurts, it might be a little bit of a hot take, is going to be PSB. They eliminated Juventus and should be proud. They beat a good team, and now they have to face either Inter and Arsenal. And I have both of these teams actually as top tiers in the Champions League, and I think that's enough for me to say that they are going to have to be pretenders in this one. My next up is going to be Borussia Dortmund. A lot of people may disagree with this one. They have a great plus 10 goal differential, but they concede way too many goals for my liking. They also lost to the top tier teams like Barcelona. They lost to Leverkusen. They lost to Bayern Munich. Every single team that is top tier, they have lost to. So to me, they're not going to get through the following round, and that's kind of my whole point of making it a tiers list. This is not going to be predictions. This is going to be who will you face and how difficult of a road you have to get there. This is as far as they go. Now, after I'm done with all these pretenders, now let's talk about some of the surprise team. And the very first one, right off the bat, for me is Aston Villa, guys. Unai Emery, one of my all-time favorite coaches in the entire world. To me, he's a very smart. He has a great team, but honestly, how far can he get them? He started the season really good. They beat Bayern, but just like any other mid Premier League team, they're just happy to be here. And the only reason I don't have them as pretender is because they do have a kind of a break on the schedule, and they only have to face. When I said break on the schedule, I mean in the round of 16, they only have to face either, I think it's either Borussia Dortmund or Bruges. So to me, they get kind of a big break there, but then they have to face either Liverpool or Barcelona, and either of those two teams are going to be a lot better. The next team I have as a surprise, in my opinion, is going to be Lille, guys. Lille has qualified to the round of 16 as a seventh place. Definitely a surprise team, beating teams like Real Madrid in the Champions League, beating another surprise team like the Feyenoord 6-1. That was a big statement win for them. They also beat Atletico 3-1. So this team is nothing to sneeze at. I think it's the best. I think they actually, if they play today, I think they can beat PSG, even if PSG is playing as good as they are right now. My next team is going to be Feyenoord. Actually, Feyenoord is a team that made a funny deal. It's a record deal to me with Milan for Santi Jimenez. They went out and beat them right afterwards. Can you imagine? Milan was playing a great football. They had a great team. Leao, Jimenez, Pulisic. They beat Real Madrid, and here they come, and Feyenoord beats them to the ground, guys. I think it's a very, very deserving surprise team that also beat Bayern Munich 3-0. So that's something to talk about. And brings me to my next point, which is Bayer Leverkusen is my next surprise team in this. They qualified in the fifth place of the round of 16 by beating Bayern. Teams like Bayern, Inter Milan already, those are already top teams right now in the league, and they went and beat them. They also have such a top manager like Xavi Alonso. Real Madrid is dying to get him right now as we speak, and this is the main reason why he has them playing outstanding football all throughout. Havertz is a player that is such a difference maker for them, and this team is very, very, very good, and people need to be careful and keep an eye on them. Now we are going to talk about the real contenders for this Champions League, guys, and let's bring up Atletico Madrid with such an amazing coach as Cholo Simeone. Has this team playing outstanding balanced football. They know what they're good at. They know they play great defense. They hit you with counterattacks. They love playing in transition with Julian Alvarez, with Griezmann and Sorla. They have two of the top scorers in the Champions League, and they have a very, very, very good team, and they're such a tough out. Watch out, whoever gets Atletico Madrid, it looks like it could be Real Madrid down the road, but that's getting too ahead of myself. Nonetheless, I have Atletico Madrid as one of the top contenders in this competition. And the next up, I'm having Arsenal. It's a little bit, I wanted to put them as a surprise, but they just have enough. They have just enough on defense. Third place, they qualify with the same amount of points as Barcelona with plus 13 going differential. The only issue is they have Bukayo Saka injured until April. That's a big, big, big time player for them, and they have the easiest schedule. So this is kind of a thing in between I have with them, is they had an easy schedule in the Champions League. As a matter of fact, they had the easiest schedule. They only had to beat PSG, and they lost to Milan. So that's the only issue, but I do still like this offense. I like the defense, but they are a very, very tough out, and they are going to be contenders. Another contender that should have been a pretender, but they are playing great with Dembele, and they scored in the last round 10-0 to Brest, albeit being another French lowly league team. But hey, Real Madrid played them and didn't beat them like this, so I'm putting them as a contender due to Dembele and due to another performances I've seen in the last couple. They're kind of a surprise because they actually were close to being out, and now they are playing great football. So I'm putting them up there because they have Luis Enrique, they have Dembele playing as a Ballon d'Or contender now, and I guess they're just the hottest team right now, surprisingly so. My next team that I have as a contender has to be Real Madrid, and some people may disagree. They may think that they should be Munich bound, but no. Real Madrid has not been playing great, but here comes Mbappe, the 2022 World Cup Mbappe, that can make things so much easier for them. And now this team, when you put them on with Rudiger coming back from injury, with Ancelotti knowing how to beat, let's just keep it for real. This is Real Madrid's tournament, and they set the tone. They are the standard. You have to go through them to make it and to win the Champions League. And until that changes, they are still a contender in every single Champions League. Every year they have Vinicius, they have Rodrigo. I don't have to talk about this team. It's just freaking stacked with superstars. They're so stacked, and this is why they are one of the best teams in the Champions League. My last team I have is Inter Milan as a contender, Inter Milan have the same amount of points as top two Barcelona. They have the best defense in the league, allowing only one goal, guys. And they also beat Arsenal. With Inzaghi, they know what they're good at. They know what they're not good at, and they know they have a clear identity. They hit you in transition with Lautaro Martinez and with a great defense, just outstanding defense. If Barcelona had Inter Milan's defense, it would be unstoppable. It just would be. And now it brings me to my Munich bound, to the final bound, the best two teams in this Champions League. People are going to say that I'm biased. I don't give a crap. I have the numbers to back it up. Barcelona is one of my top two teams in the league. Only loss was to Monaco. They with one man down in the minute 15 when Eric Garcia was sent off, and it was a loss. And they have allowed 13 goals as a defense, which is not great. But even still, after allowing 13 goals this season, they still have a plus 15 goal differential, which is outstanding. Is the best in the league. And under Hansi Flick, one of the best two-leg managers in the world, and he knows how to win a sextuple. So he's won it with Bayern Munich. Barcelona has won it, and Barcelona could very well win it with a coach just like Hansi Flick, and he's hands down the best manager this year. And that brings me to my last team, ladies and gentlemen, and that is going to be Liverpool. Let's be honest, okay? Liverpool is the best team in the world right now. They have the best. They've been sleeping a little bit lately, but they have the best. They've been the most consistent team all year. Best defense, good offense, great mid. They don't have a weakness. This team is so consistent. It's my only problem with Barcelona, and they have these rough patches throughout the season, and Liverpool has been really, really steady. And let's be honest, Liverpool has faced teams like Real Madrid, Leverkusen, that are very, very tough teams, and they beat them comfortably without even having to play their best. And this is my main reason why I think that Liverpool is a tough out, and it's literally the best team in Europe. And Barcelona is right there. If only Barcelona had a better defense. They have a great defense, but allowing 13 goals doesn't really show it. So I need Barcelona to show it, and I do think that Barcelona, because of their offense, will win this Champions League. This is it for me on this video. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you disagree, where you disagree, down in the comments. And now I will see you guys after the UEFA Champions League drawing tomorrow. See you guys until next time.